I mean, so proud of the Dukes today for overcoming the Maryland Terps. They're a great program with tremendous tradition in the NCAAs, and I'm just really proud of our program for being able to see JMU's mission as more important, and being able to come out here on game day and execute the way that we did in the fourth quarter was just incredible belief and fight resilience that this group has had all year long.
Caitlin, what was it like for you kind of coming to the game late, the ball ended up finding your stick and kind of getting in the back of the net there?
Those are the moments you dream of as a little girl. I think we can all say that. I mean, I came in really late to that game, and I'm pretty sure it was Ty who found me across the crease on the slide. That was the best feeling in the world. I didn't even know the ball had left my stick and went into the net. And then I was like, wow, that just happened. That was crazy.
A little tears of joy there.
Yeah. A lot. A lot of tears of joy. Yeah.
And then, Coach, what's it like for you to see, Caitlin come in? She hadn't really played much and kind of in and out the whole year, and have an opportunity to kind of put you guys ahead late in the game and really cash in on it.
Well, Caitlin's played every single day that we've stepped out on this field for practice. And so for us, we recognize the environment we have at practice is more difficult sometimes than game day. And she's a great player, and we believe in her. And I think that shows in the willingness to go to her late in the game. Like, if we're looking for a spark, we believe that anyone on our team can do it. So credit to her for stepping up and getting it done.
And then you talked about, the goal was to get out of kind of the weekend. First time you guys have done it in 5 years now. What does it actually feel like to you? Big comeback to make it happen, but, what is it like to actually be sitting in this spot and being able to play later in the week?
Well, I think it's everything that we've been kind of harping on all year long, our mentality today. We did not want to feel like we felt at Loyola last year, where midway through that game, when things weren't going our way with officiating or defensive stops or not getting the draw or just making ill-advised decisions on the attacking end, we did not lose our fight. We maintained our composure. We locked in and really stuck together as a team. And I think in that moment, we reminded them that UVA had just lost the other day. They were up 10-3, and Albany comes back and beats them by a one-goal game. In the game of lacrosse, you can score. All you got to do is have the ball, and we hadn't had the ball. And for them to be able to understand it's just that simple of a flip, again, I think is credit to their hard work and their fitness at this level.
How similar was the first half to when you guys played Maryland earlier this year, or did it feel any similar, any different at all?
I think it felt pretty similar. I know they were going to be a good team coming out. Like, they were going to give us our best game. We knew we had to come out strong, so that's what we did.
I think the difference maybe is that they fought back. They punched back in that first half, right? I think they only had one goal in the whole first half of the first time around. I think we were one of the first zone teams they played. Then they hit Denver, and then they hit Northwestern, who might not even have played a zone against them. And those were the 3 losses, right? So they're coming into this game with a little bit more confidence, a little bit more experience. And I think they showed that in the first half, that they weren't going to back down.
And then what were some of the adjustments that you guys made to be able to kind of win some more draw controls late in the game that led to, that comeback and eventually that game winner?
Yeah, so we kept Maddie on the draw, and we were trying to sort of see how far their defense would allow us to drag, and then have enough room for that, so that Maddie could push it in open space and we could run onto it, because that's Maddie was finding success in pushing the ball, so we were just trying to make adjustments to see whether we could get the ball or not. And I think when we made that adjustment, we found some success.
Late draws in the game, I think, were crucial for us to have that ball. At one point, we were saying we can't be making these decisions on attack if we're only getting the ball off of D stops, right? Yeah. We can't be pushing, forcing in transition. We got to secure that possession and really value that ball. But then in the end of the game, when we needed it, we won the ball.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that Colleen has kind of joked about, is that we come up with the draws when we need it. And after the game, I was like, see, Col, we come up with the draws when we need it. So, happy.
Last game versus Army, you emphasized how many shots y'all put on, but then not all of them went into the net. Did y'all emphasize more a bit of a quality over quantity this time around?
I mean, more so, we were able to break that defense down, and we had more time and space on the goalie, and we should have shot better in the Army game. I thought this game was a little bit harder for us to get our shots. And I think that's, again, it's a quality opponent in Maryland. I thought they did a good job of bunkering in and sending doubles early, and we had to move the ball to really find those looks today. And I think that's partly why it took us, to the fourth quarter to really kind of feel that flow.
Bella, for you, I know you weren't defended by Abby Bosco for the entire game, but can you speak about maybe the game plan about being defended to her before?
Yeah, she's definitely one of the top 1v1 defenders that I've ever gone against during my time here. But we were sort of trying to take advantage because they would switch when we would sort of like crisscross in the 8. So when I had a mismatch, that's when I was looking to try to get the ball and go. And of course, their defense slides pretty quickly. So as soon as I made one dodge, I was looking to right draw that D and then move it to the backside for that open girl to dodge a sliding defender.
Lizzy, you scored the first goal of the game. You guys kind of jumped out, first 2 shots went in, and then Maryland, slowly came back and then ended up taking the lead. What was the biggest difference in today's game rather than last year against Loyola? Didn't really seem there wasn't as much panic, I guess, when you guys got behind.
Yeah, I mean, we played them before. We know we need to attack them right away. And I think just being confident, all of us, we needed everyone to step up today, and I think everyone did when we needed them. So I think, our game plan was taking those 1v1s and then moving the ball and find the open girl. So I think that's how it all came together, sticking to the game plan.
And I think with that, last year against Loyola, I think we got down by 6 at one point, and then we were looking at, we're down by 6 goals. And then this year we changed the focus to, okay, we're down by 4 goals, but we need to score 1 goal at a time. And with that, it comes, we need to get the possession off the draw. We need to take care of the ball on attack. And I think that's what we did, just taking it one play at a time and trying to finish the balls that we got.
And then for the two of you, what is it like to see, Caitlin come in and, and kind of take her opportunity and, really put the ball in the back of the net after, most of the quarter, it was kind of like Isabella was kind of just making things happen there.
I mean, I believe in everyone on this team. Like, no matter who the coaches put in, I know that they're going to come in and make a difference. And Caitlin was put in that position, and she converted, and she did an awesome job, so I'm really proud of her.
How important is it coming off a gritty match like this, heading into the rest of the season?
Well, I think it's, everybody matters, and, it doesn't put too much pressure on any one individual, and for us to be able to go into a game where, it's hard to scout. Obviously, you're going to try to do something to take Bella out of her game and keep her off her flow, break up her movement. But then beyond that, anybody on our team can step up, and I think that gives us a lot of confidence heading into a game of a potential opponent like Syracuse that is very offensive-minded and can score goals potentially at will. So we're going to have a high production on the offensive side of the ball if we're going to want to be able to compete, in the next phase at the Elite Eight.
And I think with that, it's trying to improve every game and learn from our mistakes from last game and sort of build on them and work on them during practice and then try to be better that next game. And so we're going to learn from our mistakes today, and we're going to work on it during the week and try to give Syracuse or whoever we play next our best game.
Shelley, where does 9 points in this kind of comeback in an NCAA tournament game kind of rank among the performances you've seen out of people in this program, especially in the postseason?
Well, I mean, I would say for me, I can't remember a comeback in the NCAAs at this level to get to the Elite Eight like this. But I've known from the beginning this is the team. I think it would have been a huge disappointment if this team did not get past this weekend. This team is really been an incredible group to work with. And they've done so much to put JMU back on the map nationally, coming off of the national championship in 2018. And for us to be back at the Elite Eight level, coming off of sitting in the top 5, top 10 all year long to show that consistency, it's just an incredible group to work with. From top to bottom, all 33 girls, all 4 coaches, just a great group. And I think that's why we're here.
And Bill, you kind of joked yesterday about 4 for 15, like taking all the shots to get those goals. I think you're 7 for 8 today. Like, it is very good. Like, was there a difference in like what you were seeing or your shot selection or anything today, or is it?
Honestly, no. I feel like I play
I don't try to overthink every game, and I just sort of do my own thing. I don't really play any differently other than like how we try to break down the defense. But if I see my arms are free, I'm taking the shot. So I'm glad they fell today.
Well, and I think for her, she only had 2 shots off in the first game against Maryland. She was 2 for 2. But for her to be able to get 9 shots today, be 7 for 9, I think shows how much progress she's made, as well as our offensive unit, to be able to find a way to get her the ball, even though they're doubling every single time she touches it.
And you talk about progress from game to game. How important how small are the margins right now until the next game?
Oh yeah, you're talking about inches. You're talking about that ball doesn't hit the pipe, right? Is it the same scenario? If that save that Kat makes at the end of the game, right? It's right off her left hip. If that goes in, again, we're now back to a tie game, right? So to me, it's such an exciting game. It's such a thrilling game. There's so much action, and so every little piece of the puzzle matters. And I'm just so proud of this girls for staying fully committed and dedicated to each other for 60 minutes.
It was the 4th largest crowd today for JMU Lacrosse in history. What does that mean to you all for the future of women's sports at JMU?
Well, even the future of women's lacrosse in Harrisonburg, that we are continuing every year to draw attention. We have great talent, we have great character, and for them to be able to come out here and support us on the field is what we've been looking for all around. So, I'm really, really, really proud of these girls for being able to attract the attention, and happy that people are willing to come out and support the Dukes.
How big was that sequence with Bella's goal, and then she got hit at the same time, and they got a card, and you guys kind of didn't have to win a draw control, and then scored another one? How big was that kind of in sparking that
Those
comeback?
are the inches that we're talking about, right? Like, for one draw, we didn't have to work, but then you think about it, how hard did we have to work to maintain that possession off of it, right? Lizzy Fox is with the ball. She ends up having to go backwards, and we take 15 seconds to secure that possession across the restraining line, right? A younger team might fret in that scenario, and then all that momentum just goes right back down into Maryland's side. So really proud of each and every possession that we had today.